Hey everybody, Asher here, back with even more Starsector. We're continuing sort of a little bit after we left off. I did make a return to Pelagius last time, if you recall. We munched on some Doritos and Ma'am actually clearing out the coronal hypershunt guards. But I was originally going to wait to record a little bit, but something kind of set a little bit weird with me that I wanted to kind of do this again. Now I have cut down my fleet a little bit here, and I'll tell you why very shortly. I also wanted to take a look and sort of test, try to refit things. I haven't found a build that I like for the Zenith. Don't worry, I'm not running pylums and stuff on it. That's just kind of the default loadout. I've tried saving, loading a few things, sending a few things. Definitely open to some Doom builds for sure. But one thing that is going to be interesting, and may change the weight of that, is that we've got some unique weapons from the Hypershunt, which is one reason I want to go ahead and take care of the other one, which I did remember which system it was in finally. The other thing is that we're going to need some money, so I got some crap to sell. I packed my bags for that a little bit, put some gamma cores in to sell to tri-tach. I know I can use it to raise my rep with others, but it's cool. The big thing, though, is that you may have heard me sound just a little bit surprised. Do I actually have enough fuel to get there? I do. I barely have enough fuel to get there. Let's get a little more from the colony just in case. You may have heard me sound just a little bit surprised because I didn't take any losses. Wow, that was totally not what I meant to do there. And part of the reason for that, as some of you may recall, I don't normally go into the screen very much. One of the settings that I have here, I modified it so that I can move it from the default of 400 up to 700. Like normally you can't like put the scale up here, but this is where it's been in the game. And that allowed me to deploy a lot of things against that fight. Now I don't always know when a story fight's going to be coming, so I do prefer to play the game at 700, but I'm going to do the other Hypershunt fight with the battle size of 400, just so we can kind of show a few things. One, show y'all how the fight kind of looks as the developers intended it, and two, just to have a little fun and try to get some more items, because some of these weapons are outright nasty, and I'd love to get just a few more of them. Who knows, maybe some of them can find their way onto a Doom build. I'll tell you the two things that get me with the Doom, since I'm mentioning again. Let me actually go and get the system with the Hypershunt. It's Silix. We know this because we've been there before. That's not what I wanted to do. We know we've actually checked this out and taken a look at it. So there's two things that get me with the Doom. One is that obviously it's a squishy little ship, and I like and have been piloting for a very long time in this game ships that have a lot of durability and can take a lot of hits. So it's a very different playstyle. The other thing is the phase shift, which I didn't quite realize how it would play out until I was actually testing it. But it does actually kind of put you in a slow down time, which means that battles could potentially take longer because the AI stuff is kind of doing its own thing. I don't know exactly for sure how I feel about that, but that's something I do consider as well, because the deployments and everything, like the battles, technically in their time will be the same, but sort of how they play out in my time in terms of recording could be different. But also, if I end up playing a Doom very well, then who knows, maybe being able to knock things out would be a net gain. Obviously, there are some skills that do much better with the phase fleets, so that would definitely be very useful to do and a good reason to accumulate some story points. But the Doom's one of those ships that it's good, but it's really ridiculously good in the player's hands. You can see I was irresponsible with my monthly expenses, so here we go. But like I said, the big thing about fighting the Doritos is that tech mining is really not earning its keep right now. But that's fine. We're gonna get commerce, and it'll be all good. Maybe, possibly. All right, where is? We click on Silix. It's right here. This is a yellow beacon system. We know this from before, and I'm not always comfortable. I'd rather go in at one of these points, so at least we can scout out and see is there anything on the other side. You get no such warning when you transverse jump. So we got a ping up here. It's a subordo. Now what I would love to have happen is to they're maintaining contact with my fleet. I'd rather not have them actually attack my fleet. So we're gonna have to kind of dive in again. Okay, we got two guys coming here, and they're just maintaining contact, so they're not actually trying to fight me yet. Cool. So if we explore, we get these dudes again. Now, if you remember from the video last time, I was able to dump everybody out onto the field pretty much, and it overwhelmed these guys. So like I said, we're going to do this a little bit differently this time. If I hit deploy all, this is all we get. And are these the ships I want to send out? I don't exactly know. I mean, the Astral's good, but the Astral could be good backup, but that's 50 deployment points that I could put in another direction. Like, I like having the Odysseys to start with. These are obviously good backups. This has been a good buddy to pair with the Radiant as well. But I think maybe some tanky happiness here would be fine. Like, how it's going to work here is that I can only put so many ships on the field at one time. And maybe that's fine. But eventually, if these guys start getting blown up, I'm going to have to start dragging other ships into the fight. So it's one of those things where you just can't put as many things onto the field. So I think I have a dog that's just appeared beside me. You were asleep. What are you doing? Okay. So we're going to do kind of what we did last time. We're going to try not to engage all the way up into the field here. They're going to come to us. I want to keep them within range of me, especially because there's less of us. And 3 of these ships are stupidly fast. So if we can just kind of keep everybody here together for just a minute. There goes that plan. Okay, so you can see both of them right away are just wailing. Okay. Well, let's see if we can get kind of a good start to this engagement here. I don't have a clear shot just yet. But let's... Okay, right now it's really interesting to see just how fluxed you are. But you do have some armor here, so... See, we're getting some shots right away. That's good. So that's really fascinating. So they're keeping back a little bit too. So we don't want us to give chase. We want to hold back a little bit. So our point defense is doing good things. Oh no. Okay, well. Let's drop you on you. Let's drop everybody else on this. And those are both eliminate orders. My problem now with the Astral is that I'm going to be kind of spending some time chasing around everybody, but that was still good with the Tachyon Lance. So if we can knock you down kind of early, that'd be really nice. So we're maintaining range just a little bit. Can I get some backup shots here? That'd be really nice. So see, we're funneling them how we want to. And part of it's just that we have really, really strong ships. Now, these are really strong too, do not get me wrong. But look, we already have an Odyssey that took this guy down. And as we know now, look at that. The magical change is happening. We just have a dark cloud and suddenly we are covered in terrifying garbage. I don't think that starts a command chain, but I think we do the same thing here. Can we just set an eliminate order for all these things? Going to put you on you, and we'll figure it out. So, how are you doing right now? Hull is great. Combat readiness is down a little bit because we had to E-burn, and the flux is fine. So there's a bad, nasty set of stuff going on there. But you see, now that the guy's kind of going one-on-one with the Radiant, and actually doing some pretty good damage here. I'm giving some support the best I can. But Radiant's kind of doing Radiant things, and we're going to have to watch our Odysseys here for a second. Okay. And this is where I do have some backup that I can potentially send in. Yeah, right now, I love this. I'm flying an Astral. My number one quality is that I have this massive shield that I can deploy at any time, and I'm just going into this whole fight without my shields up. So let's change that real quick. Any day now on the shields. There we go, so you're down. Okay, once again, how are you doing? Let's have you pop back down here. I don't like you being so far away. I mean, the hull's okay, but get overwhelmed pretty easily here. So this is where I can take on my main tank role here in just a minute here. We're just gonna go in and try to kind of let's see, you're doing a strategic drawback. I'm gonna go ahead and hit the F button here. So this is gonna let me soft vent flux because these guys aren't doing a ton of flux damage to me. Obviously, we got a bunch of other stuff kind of flying around here. Everyone's kind of sitting around wondering, hey, what are we doing today? I don't know. Maybe we should kill these guys. How about we focus on that? That'd be great. But this is where just the Radiant is like stupidly strong. And where the Astral definitely does some work as well. So we're trying to disengage. We actually are taking some flux damage here. I was kind of hoping that they'd take down one of these guys. I'm going to have to vent. And still, this is why we carry a ton of vents here. And this is where the those swarmer missiles that I remember reading guides that were kind of like, these missiles aren't very good. They do a little better now, so I'm going to try my best to come here. I think you guys can handle this okay. I really don't want to lose. Okay, so we're losing a shard here. Yeah, apparently the Radiant is not doing so good on its own. So, okay, it's not dying, but it's in trouble. So there's another one down. So Apogee's having trouble. I love that. It's like, you get disabled, you get disabled. We all have a bunch of tiny things going on around here, but pretty much the Radiant kind of held the line. So that's good. Now my question is, can all of you all please like go into the eliminate space here? We're gonna lose some of our command points here, but it's fine. We'll keep the Radiant withdrawing for a minute. I don't mind being main tank for this. But of course the Radiant's aggression is not going to help it, although it apparently will follow a retreat order if I give it. So we'll see how that goes. But look, our actual fighters are doing fighter things now. Yeah, let's see if I can get its attention. Pew 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 pew. In space we shouldn't be hearing these little rat-a-tat of the guns, but it's Starsector. It's a game. We're gonna, let's say that we're hearing these from within our own hull, right? So our tac beams are doing good. Actually, one of the weapons that these guys drop is very appealing to me for potentially getting some other stuff here. So once this guy gets down, like that's just a weapon that apparently has not been doing too good for the Radiant here. Actually having some trouble breaking through. There we go. Maybe it's out of, can I check this real quick? Like, I don't know if I can check the weapon status here. It might be actually out of Reapers. Alright, let's do a... I think this is fine. Like, I'd love to get a shot here, but it's all about, like, how I can turn at this point. Alright, so we got a bunch of little shards down here. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna retreat you. Or maybe I won't. If I can just have you follow the Radiant, that'll be like a soft retreat. And then hopefully I can take you on, because you probably took a bunch of that damage. Just look, like right here, you are just in my way. I did not want to shoot your butt. Okay, there we go. There's lots of damage. I do have tachyon lances. Are we just choosing not to fire them? There we go. Alright, it may be too late for a retreat, but you need to... Oh, we can't actually do direct retreat. Alright, well, hopefully we can recover it. Otherwise, at least we have the blueprint to build another Odyssey. There we go. So we gotta be really aggressive here, just shooting on every reload right now. That's right, pay attention to me. Pay attention to me. This is literally my job. Alright, so our attack lances are continuing to do the thing here. Yeah, so now that Odyssey would actually be in a lot of trouble if it was trying to, like, go away from these little guys. So, yeah, this is fine. Like, our little point defense lasers are doing their best. There we go. Get in there. Now, apparently, I may have read this wrong, as it's nice to see the Astral actually do things. Because I definitely don't have an optimized build. Why am I venting flux right now? I was so close. So close to making it work. But we can take the hits for a second. There we go. Are you going to split into little buddies? Yeah, of course you are. Alright, so we're going to get our front melted a little bit, but it's fine. We should be able to take out the other things here. But once again, it's like, it's kind of just what I was saying before, is that I guess I could have taken this fight earlier. Hopefully later fights in the game actually involve us having more of these things here, because pretty much all this means is that the fight takes longer. We've had to micromanage a little bit more on our damage, but our AI officers are doing an awesome job. Let's get rid of this command point. And hopefully our other units are smart enough to save me, because I'm just going to hide in my purple bubble of love where Dalaran now. I was actually the first World of Warcraft server I played on was PvE Dalaran back in olden times. First character was an undead warlock because I was an edgelord in that was World of Warcraft. So in the distant future, the year 2005. Okay, so we can rat-a-tat-tat these tiny things. Apparently a Doom's really good for taking out those flyers too. Okay, wow, we whiffed on that one. But yeah, so doing a little bit more work today. Would be nice to have 4 lances here, but that's pretty much it. We just gotta deal with these fighters and we are good to go. So that's once again kind of what this fight's all about. Is just you've gotta come in. This rating is just stupidly strong, first off. But even if things went south, I did have ships in reserve that I could deploy. I did actually end up fighting up to the top corner of the map, which is not what I intended to do, but at the end of the day, you know, if we have this many point defense lasers that can just poof one of those guys, we're good. And in case you all wanted to see the Dorito fight for the automated defenses and how that goes with 400 deployment points, there you have it. I'm indicating to a webcam that is not currently activated for the series. But pick through the wreckage, and what do we... Ooh. A reality disruptor. I was really hoping for another Rift Cascade emitter, because I already have one of those. I want to put 2 of those on my Paragon and just do beamy crazy things. Got some more Resonator MRM launchers, which is pretty fun. And some more Cryo Flamers, a Cryo Blaster, a Disintegrator, 4 Mini Pulsars, a few Shock Repeaters, and some Rift Lances. Okay. Now, one thing that I was kind of hoping for was another Rift Beam. It doesn't look like I got that. Because I did see someone post a video of like, here's me destroying things with a Doom, but it's with all of these weapons. But just RNG's RNG. I have a feeling that at some point in the game, I don't know if it's going to be in this update or a later update, we'll be able to get more of these things. But these weapons are all fantastic and have bonuses. And some of them are very dangerous to deploy because they will do splash damage and like mess up a lot of your own stuff. But that's part of the fun. Let's see. Let's go ahead and continue there. So 4 story points to spend. That's great. Another hyper shunt, kind of the same thing. And we can do salvage operations again here, but oh wow, we actually did get a weapon out of that. So apparently there's a low chance, but still a chance. Alright, so you're patrolling. We're about to get hit by 2 of these dudes. Our combat readiness is not fantastic. And I can't E-burn out of here right away. I can potentially slingshot with the power of the Corona if I fly over here. And we do actually have a space station, the Remnant Nexus over here, but I kind of just want to get out of here because I still have some things to do with the story. We have visiting this system. We have visiting this system. We actually have some more potential contacts. Apparently we have a lot of people trying to get our attention here. What about bounties? Because I could use some fast money. That's not fast money. That's probably fast money. That's easy money, but it's not on the way. I could definitely take that. Question is, do I want to take it? It could work, but let's do the setting thing first. Like I said, my preference for playing is just this. Pretty much what 400 does is it lets you put less ships in all at the same time, which can make for some interesting strategic decisions. 700 just kind of lets you do more things faster. So you guys are coming. You guys are tiny. You guys are coming. I did kind of want to grab a few more of these little ships. So maybe I don't run from a fight. I just don't really want to deal with lack of combat readiness. So we're going to wait to E-burn until the appropriate time. So these guys are hostile and pursuing my fleet. They're maintaining contact. I think I will take this fight just to try and grab some of these dudes, which means I will return them to I'll return them to me later. So you guys really want to fight? Okay. Because they do have a few ships that I want. So open the comm link. Okay, so comms activate, blah blah blah. Serial unit is not cleared for your vessel for approach and will employ the latest tri-tach defense procedures. Now, I just want to point this out here because I've seen it posted a bunch of times in a bunch of places, and it's not at all true unless you have some mods installed. I have a commission with tri-tach. Remnants are still hostile to me. So let's engage. And continue. And we're going to send you... What's your combat readiness at? 31%. We can just send the subs in. This is going to be more than enough. Yeah. All right. So buddy system time. Let's go. You stick with me. No, actually, you stick there. You stick with these guys. This should be fine. All right, cool. Said it's mostly tiny ships, and we have a lot of stuff going on. Like I said, what I'm looking to change out is the auto pulse lasers. I also have some other lances that I don't use very often. Maybe I should put them on auto fire too. It's a hyper velocity driver and a phase lance. It's a pretty good combo. Let's obviously target this one first. Look, we gave the Radiant a break, okay? Yeah, I should really be using that phase lance that I have equipped more. It's all good in the neighborhood, I think literally because we've actually deployed way too much for this kind of fight. But hey, isn't that my MO at this point? Like, even our Eagle's just blasting us away, so easy enough. If they really want to pursue us and make themselves happy, that's fine. Now we have some standard ship recovery, including a glimmer, which is good. Difficult recovery is another glimmer. These are the kind of little things that I want. A scintilla. I'm actually going to take this, if only because it's free, and I'm going straight back to base anyway. So let's recover. And the remnants still hate us. They hate us because they are not us. And do we get any remnant weapons from these fights? I feel like there's a few fights that can give remnant equipment, but I'm not exactly sure. Oh, double tap. Standard recovery. Another lumen. Yeah, I'll take that. So now we have some stuff we can do, some gamma cores. I mean, I have been carried like hell through this run. Or especially this part of the run here. I don't think I would have had nearly as clean of an engagement without the Avarice here, which I'll just show the build one more time. 2 plasma cannons. That point defense system's really nice. And then we have some tiny point defense lasers all around. Build in 2 hull mods. This is a beast. And the AI core has these skills, which is built in as well. So obviously its combat readiness is low and is going to be dropping because we have a few other remnant things here, but I will say this much. I know there's a lot to be said about special modifications and being able to get +1 max capacitors, max build-in mods, and it's a permanent skill. But this one feels like a tier 5, even just with that one ship alone that I end up having. So let's go home for a minute. I could potentially do some trading, but in case I run into any kind of fights, we have accomplished the order of the day. And one thing I'm going to need to do is try to look into some of those other... Okay, we may have to suspend repairs here in just a minute. We need total supplies to finish repairs. Some of those are going to include these things down here, though, so... Maybe we just suspend some of those repairs in a little bit. I think we'll be okay. Okay, so hostilities ended. Look, the hegemony loves us again. They should have never stopped. Alright, so suspend all repairs. Cool. But yeah, that is 2 coronal hypershunt fights. One at 700 max deployment and one at 200 max deployment. Or not 200. Wow, that was not what I had meant to do at all. One at 400 deployment points. And I did not take a loss. I did not lose a single ship. So, that's good. And now we have some very powerful gear that we'll be able to equip onto some other stuff. I am very curious to see how some of this goes in battle. But there we go. Get a few more bounties here. Wow, look at that. Humanity's Trash Detachment. Now that is a scary ass thing to see. Even then, only 2 stars. But I like it. Alright, so that should be our homeworld again. We got a few other places to visit as well. Look, we got all kinds of things going on here. I got a lot of money that I should be investing in the stuff. So manage the colony real quick. Some of these weapons, they're easy enough to kind of find in my equipment later. But let's go ahead and go here first. What do I not need to have? I can store you. Well, let's go ahead and resume all repairs first. Store you, store you, store you. And what I'm gonna play with eventually is doing like a fleet where I have like the Space Raptor out and having a bunch, like 5 of these. I want it, well, I have 4 right now. I thought I had more. Well, apparently I only have 4, but 4 is a start. That's right, because I grabbed the externality. Interesting. Anyway, just getting my mind off track here. So we can definitely store you. I think I'm gonna retire Lieutenant Norton Oberon here, because we have another person here who's at least a little more capable of flying things I actually want them to fly. I forgot about that. For all I know, Uther Cummings has been sitting, waiting in the wings for a while, so that means we're going to store the Heron as well. So let's see here. We don't need 2 conquests and 2 apogees, but it's pretty good to be honest here. So what can we also take? Like if we put you here, we'll put you down here. My big thing is I just want to make sure that our officers all have something to do and something to fly. So what can we actually take out of the garage? Probably want to take one of these, to be honest. So Lightspeed Plus, welcome aboard. Yeah, I may just take a 3rd apogee for now. That's fine. Like I said, I do actually, I can start working towards having a phase fleet, which is pretty exciting. I can just start building Dooms once I get some of my money back. I'm gonna take you guys as well, and we are gonna just go ahead. Our crew situation is great. Our supply situation leaves something to be desired. What do we have in storage? We have all the Marines. We have practically nothing from this. We have a bunch of shit that we can just unload. Yeah, looking pretty nice. We'll take the domestic goods as well. Are these selling? These are not selling very well anywhere. So I may hold on to some of these in case I have resource shortages later. We technically don't need this much crew, so let's like dump 500 of them. I always like having a few spares in case we do lose, in the event that we do lose a ship. So obviously we're going to take all these weapons, drop them in storage for now. They are good weapons. I have so much unused capital just from things that I have not done here, but while we're here, so humanity's trash, stability 10. How close are you to growing? Like super close. So I need to be able to make sure that I can actually put commerce in here, so I'm going to need the money for that. And that means I have a lot of shit to sell, so that should be fine. Maybe I should sell some of these other blueprints to the pirates and make them more dangerous. We talked about that last time. Other thing though, fleet. Refit. Alright, now one of the issues is that we have a bunch of things right here, but what is specifically supporting the auto pulse laser right now is expanded magazines. Increases the ammo capacity or number of charges for ballistic and energy weapons. This just has a delay. This just has a delay. So if we get rid of expanded magazines and we go from 20, we could do a reality disruptor, which is whether the defiler unbinds the warp and weft of the creator and what they will find behind the starry tapestry, 1,000 eyes darkened by trespass. So the Book of Lud, that's scary as hell. We're not going to equip that. We're not going to equip the Rift torpedo launcher. We're going to equip the Rift cascade emitter because it has a range of 1,000, a damage of 15,000, which if we compare it to the tack lance, I think that's kind of the equivalent, right? We actually don't have another tack lance. Yeah, like the range is good. It's good enough. Rift cast emitter creates a space-time rift on impact. More rifts respond when the beam is fired at short range. Each rift deals up to 1,000 energy damage to nearby targets. Hopefully that doesn't screw up some of our other ships. But enough is enough. Anyone who cracks another joke about black magic must contribute 10 Centa credits to the lab party fund. Alright, so we got 10 off of there. Advanced turret gyros increases the turn rate of all turrets. This is a turret, right? Because advanced targeting core kind of lowers that. I think I can probably get away with dropping just a few vents and a few capacitors. Alright, so we'll see how that goes. Yeah, scary ass weapons. Right on the front of the ship. So weapon groups right here. We are just going to do the thing where these are going to auto-fire, these are going to auto-fire, and we'll do the phase lamps and hypervelocity driver kind of on manual. And we'll see how that goes. So, I think, yeah, we still got a little bit of time. So let's visit the bar real quick. Any good business here? 59,000 credits if I go to Argus. Maybe, maybe not. Units of ore that urgently need to be delivered to Kulnan in the Habel star system. However, recent Pather activity has been doing this. I could use a story point to get a higher fee, but I'm just going to do this now. Agree to handle the contract. That's ore. So obviously we're going to go back to our fleet screen and we're going to grab a second one of you. So take you, and then what can we do with our inventory here? Obviously we're now carrying a bunch of ore, so we don't want to leave the lobsters. We're going to try to offload the heavy machinery. See if we can just leave the metal. That still puts us over slightly. We'll leave the organics. Like I said, I just want to get rid of some of the stuff because a stack of 1,000 is still worth something. Heavy machinery at Arcadia. It's not a huge demand, but it is a demand. So I think that's where I'm going to start, except for the fact that I almost forgot to buy additional supplies and fuel. So remember all that money that I used to have? It's gone now. And I don't know if I'm going to catch up and get it until the end of the month. So there's 50,000. And yeah, that supply is going to put us over the cap as well. So it's cool. Just store more organics. Alright. And if we repair our ships, requires 200. Our fleet cost to maintain right now is we have idle officers. Uh-oh. Okay, apparently you are still idle, so you get to fly this thing. You don't even have the energy. No, you know what? You fly the Eagle. Eagle's a little more important. This is just kind of the buddy for the Radiant. Eagle can actually do things. Okay. So delivery ore to Kulnan. That's cool. Oh, wow. It didn't mean for that to be punny, but here we go. That's up here, right? Versus... Okay, I want to see... it's weird. It's a little weird to start this. Arcadia. 12 light years southwest. Alright. I feel like I should be able to read words by now. Okay, so that's all the way over here. Well, there's some independent sellers that I can do as well, so that's fine. Maybe we get it, maybe we don't. I think Kulnan's a good enough place to start. We do have some people, we do have some pirates that we can raid. We have a lot of stuff to offload. We have some money that we're going to get from the cores. We don't have anybody that's paying a great lobster price. But before I go, I need to manage this colony, go to Coop. Can I see what's in storage? I don't think I can. But you guys have mining now. And if we make you into a free port, that'll help the growth enough. So let's go over here. I do have some other upgrades I need to do. And my supplies are not like huge right now, unfortunately. But we'll pick up some of those from markets when we get into the core sectors. Alright, manage the colony. We should have in storage here one of these. So if we go over to mining, install an item, mantle bore, activate. Look at that. Suddenly, this size 3 colony is, it needs more access. That's fair. But once it gets more access, it's going to be delivering a shit ton of ore. So that's cool. And we get you more, okay, we get you more access a few ways, because right now the access has to do with hostilities, high gravity, and the fact that we don't have a way station right now. I don't really want to put myself into debt just yet, but that'll be one of the first things I purchase. We need to buy commerce because that's going to help us get our money situation back in order, and we need to buy other stuff, which is okay. I did get a comment recently that I guess it was someone who caught my series late, didn't see all of the attempts I made to find other colonies here. But you're absolutely right about one thing. It is a lot tougher to manage your money when you're going into a... Oh my god, humanity's trash is pursuing looted path watchers. Maybe this is why people aren't doing expeditions towards me anymore. Okay, so the Pathers are another group of people I'm going to have to deal with. Look, we didn't go broke. Nice. What did we get in our storage box today? A Piranha LPC. Okay, well, clearly our patrols have it under control. So that's very good to see. We're going to fly through this nice and slow like. Thank you all again for all the tips and advice on that. But yeah, we have definitely some story stuff to do, but I'm going to shove that off a little bit into the next video. So Kulnan, there's Echo Bress. Kulnan is literally next to the star, so there it is. And we're turning on our transponder. And we got a few missions as well. Derelict ship, gas giant, weapons cache. That's not a terrible area. We have 2 quests over here, Domain Air Probe and Derelict Ship. You know what? I'm going to take these. The reason I'm going to take these is because it gets us back to this area, because there's a mothership there. So yes, we will do the dirty work for the pirates. That means I'm going to have to ping-pong back and forth a little bit, though. We also have a bounty over here that looks like... Oh my god, I could probably take that again. So we can kind of refuel our money. We got 86 days to do that. I might actually pop down and do that while I'm doing some story stuff. But yeah, once again, we do have a second mothership to go to. And I'd love to see what's on it. Where's my exploration tab? Everything keeps moving. Oh man, we haven't been to the red planet as well. That's definitely on my to-do list. So this is here. This is down here. Oh my god, we could get that as well. Now that's money that we'll get for turning it in, or we could take a massive rep hit. I don't know if it still gives a rep hit or not, but... Mothership. That's habitable world. Where is it? Somebody's gonna be like, it says mothership. Right there, location, derelict ship, derelict ship. Anyway, we know where mothership is. We know it's over to the western part. I'll find it later. It's fine. We're going down, down, down into the hole. And you can't say anything about us because we're your buddies. And we got more money. So that's good. Let's leave for just a second because I do want to go ahead and do this now. Before I forget. Way station. You need it. You are also going to need an orbital station. But we don't have the money for that just yet because the next thing I want to get is commerce. So let's see here. Com directory. Hello, base director. I have these well curated and selected AI cores to hand off. We're not resigning our commission. That's keeping us afloat right now. Alright. Oh, curious. What does the tri-tachyon military have for us? Oh, so Astrals cost 645,000. I do miss that Aurora I used to have. I think actually an Aurora would do amazing with some of that super redacted weapon that I got. So cool stuff. Not buying any of it today. Okay, so y'all want lobster? No. Who wants this? Apparently we have excess everywhere, so. Now, what I could try to do is use some of this crap to kind of tip the scales and be like, okay, you guys don't have a surplus. 447 is not a great buy price. You guys still need heavy machinery. Like some of the stuff I just need to unload. Like if we buy stuff off the black market, it just doesn't work quite as well here. Okay, well what we're going to do, because we're not really doing an economic run just yet, is let's go a little bit towards one of the story missions that we have is over here, but I kind of want to stop at an independent place. Maybe we can visit Umbra again. Umbra seems just like the perfect vacation home to drop off stuff. Are we still hostile with I think we're still hostile with the Dicat though, so maybe not Umbra today. Let's go down here. Maybe we can drop off some heavy stuff, or maybe we won't be able to, but let's trade. I will buy some of your legitimate supplies because they're cheaper than getting them at home until we put the tariffs on it, and then it's a little bit more expensive, but it's fine. All right. Probably could have visited the bar, but it feels good just doing a actual delivery over to a place and helping with the supply and demand. That's a lot of ships. Do we have like some dumb pirate activity here or something? Tempest and a Shepherd. Okay, there's a pirate fleet. Y'all got it handled. Yeah, that was kind of a funny thing. I was trying to test against a Venture with the Doom, and the Venture kept winning. That's how bad it's either how bad I am with the Doom, or how bad my build was. I have a feeling it's a bit of both. Now, there are other ships I was able to take out, but for some reason, the Venture just had my number. Oh, are you guys... They're... Really? Okay. I'll tell you exactly where to find me. Just go through that hyperspace storm real quick. Did y'all not get hit? Okay, well, we'll, I guess we're going to end this one with a fight. I wasn't thinking we'd be getting in a fight here, but apparently they have chosen to die, so cool. Open a comm link. What's up? The Dickat's Captain Steer. So you're a terrorist, a pirate, or a degenerate, no matter. If you're lucky you'll die choking on vacuum. If not, there's Cure. Cool. Look at you. Wadjet Drake, you look like you're having a good day. So I just want you to remember that you guys engaged us. You did this to yourselves. So here we go. All the things. This is the part of the game that I enjoy. So we're gonna drop all pretense of we're not min-maxing here, because we kinda are. Okay, that's actually not true at all. We're just here to have a good time. And I guess that's where we say one of my other catchphrases. It's not really a catchphrase of "don't threaten me with a good time." Now, one of the things that I could do is go ahead and move my peoples over here. You can tell I'm running out of gas a little bit, because it's like I'm calling things peoples. But we're just gonna slide to the left. We have like a fleet that's literally all battleships, and they're still coming for us. Like, I was thinking, like, you know what, this is gonna be a shorter video today. We'll just send it like 40 minutes, 45 minutes. But I said my goal originally was like 40 minutes to an hour per video. And then, well, blame a faction that just doesn't know any better. Hey, that means we get to see this in action, so that's nice. So it's supposed to be linked auto fire. Did I actually turn on the auto fire? I don't think I did. That's a little annoying. I hate doing it this way, because somebody did tell it to me before. But combat, select weapon group 1, toggle engage regroup, toggle auto fire control 1. There we go. Let's do it. I'll have to remember to fix that later. So, and apparently if I push tilde, that gets rid of all those. So, tilde, a fun key. So here's congratulations, we have sensor contacts. It's not going to be a good day for you guys. But yeah, it's interesting that these will get like bigger damage, are more likely to open rifts when we're closer to things, because that means that you can potentially put your own ship in danger, because you see how some of these plasma cannon ships like to get literally point blank range. We'll see how this goes. So here comes everybody. They have a conquest. It is being driven by you-know-who. So let me go ahead and get my people up front. We're going to get rid of this waypoint. Get rid of this waypoint. We're going to let you be aggressive. I'll let all you guys kind of move in over here. You can help me with this, and you can help me with this. Cool. And hopefully we'll see some black magic. Possibly. Okay, so there's a tachyon lance. There we go. Oh my god. You have screwed up now. Okay. Now that like fluxed the hell out of my ship, but so we're gonna have to watch our flux pretty hard, and that's okay. All right, so that's what I get for doing things will not bounce. We had a Reaper torpedo that got saved by an Astral. That's fine. So I think what probably needs to happen here is we need to turn off the auto fire here, and we just need to play it smart. Okay. Okay. So we are literally destroying these guys right now. This is fine. I can actually send you back to mop up over here. Oh, interesting. Okay. So I may need to put on my main tank shield here in just a second. But yeah, I am gonna have to keep my sights on for that, because that is a very, very narrow cone. Alright. But yeah, I like that. Like, one of the things with a lot of these weapons is that they will create a crap ton of flux. But yeah, you chose poorly today, AI. So there's our happy little riffs. I said it. I have to say it. I have to say it. It's a little too fun to not say it. All right, so full assault. This is literally just a mop-up job now. But yeah, that makes the Astral just a little bit more dangerous, but I can't just fire at will on those things. I'd have to get my capacitors and my flux up, so hello you. And the Tac Lance is obviously still good to go. Oh man. So pretty much what it boils down to is either my face is getting melted and I need to be more of a defensive Paragon, or not, but can't wait to see what some of those other super redacted weapons do. Like, I could probably improve the crap out of my build here for this. We're not gonna worry about harassing you though. Alright, so pursue them, second in command, handle it. Cool. We leave a few survivors. We're not going to recover their conquests. So look at them. They don't like us, but they literally attacked us. There's some words I have for you guys, and it's very simple. I don't want to hear it. You all can well, there's any number of good old-fashioned sayings, such as mess with the best and get blown up pretty hard, but what truth be told, you guys just shouldn't have done that. Alright, so Citadel, Arcadia is actually pretty close to an independent planet anyway, so let's just pop down here. Alright. And hopefully we can just do our trade here real quick. Repair your ships, that's fine. If I do this on the black market, like, that's okay, right? Anybody want lobster? Please, somebody buy it. 174 is still better than before, so suspicion's extreme. We do that, we get a little bit less profit. Suspicion is medium. See, we can unload some of this stuff just to kind of play with the weight a little bit here. Yeah, we don't have a lot of great places to sell this. This is literally just excess cargo. Alright. Suspicion minimal. Alright. Black market fuel is burns just as bright as anything else. Oh, that's right. I was like, why can't I do the hegemony military? That's at the beginning of the game. Alright, so 147. I gotta remember that most of the lobster I have here is free, but dockside bar, approach the smoking man in the corner. Needs me to get somebody out of Tripacina? No, thank you. Alright, so I don't know if you're coming after me or not. Okay. So there's colony growth 6. This is going to be a good point to end this video on. We're just going to do some basic things here. I don't mind selling the stuff on the black market, because this is straight up money. Somebody's got to want domestic goods for a pretty penny, and they do. Somebody's got to want some of these eventually. The lobster prices will be what they'll be. I'm actually going towards tile anyway, so maybe I'll drop that off. But we go to command here, colonies, size 6, right on time. Look at our credits per month now. We don't have to do hazard pay to bring people in now because our population's in the millions, which is very exciting. Our defenses are high, everything is good, and we're building commerce. Commerce is expensive, and it does bring with it a stability penalty. Build it anyway. So right now our stability is at 10. I could turn off the free port here, but that really cuts into our profit. Like really cuts into our profit. So once we get commerce, though, things could be happening. I still have like gamma cores and shit I can put on some of this other stuff, like way station. Yeah, there's a lot of things I can do to kind of improve this. But still, that's kind of the last piece, and I have the item for it as well. So I do want to go west. We're going to have to kind of swing home as well. I've got some other stuff I got to take care of too, like buying, selling, moving stuff around. But it's been a very productive episode. Like I said, I was glad I was able to demonstrate the battle. Didn't mean to go on for nearly another hour, but Starsector just has a way of keep saying, do the next thing, do the next thing, do the next thing. So this is Asher. That's it for now. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. We will do this again in the near future. Like I said, my goal is still to do a video per day, but I have to do some sanity checks and take care of some work stuff and some family stuff. So this week I'm going to do my best, but there may be some gaps. So just bear with me, enjoy it. Look at some other good Starsector content creators as well. There's plenty of good ones out there. And we'll do this again soon. Thanks for watching. You all take care of yourselves.